Have you ever waited for something so small, yet so monumental?
Something that signals a change, a fresh start, a whisper of magic.
In the quiet village of Oakervan, nestled under perpetually grey skies, lived Elora, a girl whose heart beat in sync with the changing seasons. But it was winter, the silent, crystalline winter, that held her greatest fascination.
Every year, she would sit by her window, tracing patterns on the cold glass, waiting for the first snowflake.
Not just any snow, but the very first, the one that heralds the deep sleep of the world. Today was the day. The air was heavy, still, and held a metallic tang.
Elora bundled herself in a thick, cranberry-red coat, the color of warmth against the coming chill.
She stepped outside, her breath misting into the still air.
The world was a canvas of muted browns and dying greens, waiting for its snowy transformation.
She stood perfectly still in the middle of her small garden, tilting her face up towards the oppressive sky.
Minutes stretched into an eternity, filled only with the distant sound of a crow and the thumping of her own hopeful heart. Then it happened. A tiny, crystalline messenger, twirling and dancing, descended from the high grey dome.
It wasn't a flurry. It was singular, precise, a perfect star dissolving into existence. Elora tracked its descent with wide, hazel eyes.
Slow motion seemed to take over the world as the snowflake drifted closer, closer to her outstretched woolen glove. But Elora knew its magic was fleeting. She quickly pulled off her glove and cupped her bare hand, holding it still as stone.
The snowflake landed. It settled on the delicate skin of her palm, a perfect six-sided ephemeral jewel.
For a single, suspended moment, Elora felt a rush of pure, silent joy.
It wasn't just frozen water. It was a promise.
A promise of sledding, of warm fires, of stories told under thick blankets. A promise that even the coldest season carries the most beautiful, intricate art. She closed her fingers gently around the chill, committing the feeling to memory before it melted away. The world hadn't changed, not yet, but Elora had.
She carried the weight of winter's promise now, a secret joy held close. The first snowflake is always the best, because it's the moment possibility arrives. It reminds us that magic is found in the patience of waiting and the stillness of observation. Don't let the big moments blind you to the tiny miracles happening all around. Today, Elora caught a snowflake. What moment of quiet magic will you find?
Look up, look closer, and don't forget to share your own tiny victories in the comments below.
Winter is here. Let the magic begin.
Subscribe for more.